Good afternoon, guys. My name is Hayden St-Laurent. I hope that you all are staying healthy and content and, not driving your family crazy like I am. I'm going to tell you about one of my favorite meals that I've ever had. It was for my 13th birthday party. Food plays a big part in my life, not just emotionally, but physically. I eat a lot of food. And yes, I know I look pretty skinny, but I eat a lot of food. I had a hard time deciding which meal I should talk about, but then I remember this one time in Santa Barbara at this great restaurant that definitely changed the way that I look at food, and I hope you enjoy it. In 2012, early February, it was snowing. Could you believe it's snowing in Santa Barbara? That would be rad. I remember my parents asking me what I wanted to do to celebrate my birthday. Immediately I said, I want to go to Zoto's with Chris, Emmett, and Jake. And then we can all get candy, go to the arcade, and spend like $5. But $5 isn't enough, I promise. My parents looked at me and smiled, and together we all decided that trying a new restaurant as a family would be a better option. So they took me to Cadario. It's this great restaurant on Victoria Street. That night was cold for SB, 68 degrees. The sunset was lighting up the front dining room as we headed to the back of the restaurant. The place darkened, then lit up with candles. As my eyes adjusted, I remembered the glasses on the table catching my eye first, then the plates, and then the well-polished forks, spoons, and cutlery. Straight out of Beauty and the Beast. I thought for a sec that the tea kettle in the back was going to start singing, but never happened. We sat down and I was told to put my napkin on my lap and start looking at the menu. I was a little confused because the menu did not have as many options as Red Robin. I settled for the most expensive ravioli dish on the menu. When the waitress came over, my parents asked me to order for myself. At first I was a little hesitant. But within a couple seconds, I felt like I was raising my voice at her because I was so confident by that point. An hour later, our food came, and I began eating this meal that felt like Grandma's cooking, plus so much more. Butternut squash ravioli with roasted sage butter. Oh yeah. It was like reincarnation. It was a beautiful night, and sitting there with my hyperactive 13-year-old brain, I slowly started to realize that these would be the moments that I would cherish forever, mainly because I was with loved ones, and for a second I didn't care about what Pokemon card Chris had. I didn't care. Food is something special that has become a love-hate relationship for me. I love to cook, and I love to express myself, and I love to see the expressions on other people's faces when they like my food. And it's a good way to get people out of their heads and into their hearts. However, there's always that one guy that has a piece of chicken that's it's a tiny bit undercooked, but it's still delicious. It's a little undercooked. And he comes up to you in front of everyone else and says, "Hey, what's going on?" Whoops. Well, I hope you enjoyed my story. Yeah.